Hey guys, it's Miss Mink. I'm here with you showing you our incubator. This is the new one that Mr. Mink got us. It's the round one so that you can see all the eggs inside the incubator. It's got a completely round view so we're able to see all the eggs, and we've got them in there. There they are. Very cool. And there's this really neat little tray in here that turns, and that turns the eggs. I'm going to show you what that looks like if you want to see. See, there it goes. It's turning. That's how it rotates the eggs. Very good. And then I got the eggs in our other incubator. So there they are. They're down in there. And you can see that this one has the temperature also. We try to keep it right at 100 degrees. And so there that is. So I wanted you guys to see the new one. Alright, and we're going to walk over this way. And I'm going to show you guys. This is our countdown right here. There's Roscoe. Roscoe says hey. Because Roscoe wants to know what's going on. But there's our first little, because today is going to count as our day 1 for our countdown. And I want you to see, if you look at our picture, you can see that the egg, inside the egg, there's a little bitty speck. And that's as big as the chick is right now. The baby chick inside the egg is called an embryo. So you'll hear me call it an embryo a lot, okay? And so that's just referring to a baby animal that hasn't been hatched yet. And so that's how big it is right now. It's just this little bitty speck. Okay, and we're going to talk more about that when we look at the insides of an egg, so you'll understand that just a little bit more. I also have a picture. Kind of looks like this. This is day 1. There it is. And it says on day 1, the head, brain, and eyes begin to form. Okay, so that's what's happening inside the egg today. So there's that. Okay, so since we're still talking about eggs, the story I'm going to read you tonight has to do with all different kinds of eggs. Okay, so I'm going to pass the camera off to my daughter, Ruthie. I'm going to let her take that. We're going to move Roscoe. Looks like Roscoe's going to be with us again for our story tonight. Okay? So this is a story I'm going to read you. It's called An Egg is Quiet. And I love this story because this story has all different types of eggs. So you get to see all the different types of eggs, colors, shapes, sizes, all really neat ones, okay? And this is by Diana Ashton. So there's that. Let's see. See, this is just the introduction page, and it's got all these different types of eggs. It even tells you what kind of eggs they are, which that's my favorite part of the book, as I can look and I can see all different kinds. Like this one right here is a turkey egg. And then this is a penguin egg. And let's see what's some other ones you might know. Let's see. Oh, that's a salmon egg. That's a type of fish right there. So lots of different really cool types of eggs. So I'm not going to read those to you, but if you ever get a chance to check the book out from the library once the libraries open up, or when we get back to the classroom, you'll be able to get a better look at it there. Okay. All right. And even on each of the pages, it's going to tell you exactly what kind of eggs they are. But again, I'm not going to read that, okay? But I do want you to pay really close attention to the picture so you can see all the different types of eggs. It says, an egg is quiet. It sits there under its mother's feathers on top of its father's feet. So there's the penguin, the little emperor penguin with the egg. That's sweet. buried beneath the sand. Warm, cozy. An egg is colorful. And you can see all the different colors that eggs can be. Lots and lots of different colors, which we know that now because even with our chick eggs, we have about 4 different colors of chick eggs in our incubators. So I'll give you a second to look. An egg is shapely, and shapely means the shape that it is. There are round eggs, like this one. This is a sea turtle egg. Sea turtles dig a hole in the sand with their flippers and lay up to 200 soft round eggs. Round eggs fit together nicely in tight spaces. And if you watch the Reading Rainbow link that I sent to your parents, you got to actually see a sea turtle laying eggs in the sand, and you got to see the little sea turtles that hatched and went across the beach. So that's that one right there. If you haven't got a chance to watch it yet, when you do, that's what you're gonna see. Right? There are oval eggs. This is a beetle egg. Okay, a ladybird beetle. When ladybugs hatch as larvae, their first meal is often the egg case they crawled out of. In other words, when the little ladybugs hatch out of these eggs, they usually eat their eggshell. That's the first thing they eat. There are pointy eggs. See how this one comes to a point down here at the bottom? Seabird eggs are pointy at one end. So if they're laid on rock ledges, they roll around in safe little circles, not off the cliff. There are even tubular eggs. And you can see this one. It kind of looks like you wouldn't even know that was an egg because it looks nothing like an egg, but it is an egg. It's a dogfish egg. While most sharks, and a dogfish is a type of shark, while most sharks give birth to live young, some sharks, like the lesser spotted dogfish, begin life in a leathery egg case with tendrils. And tendrils are like the little tentacles right there. The tendrils anchor or hold the eggs to seaweed so they won't be swept away by the ocean. Here those are. An egg is clever, and clever means smart. The markings on some eggs help them blend in with their surroundings. This is called camouflage. Camouflage is an egg's way of hiding. An egg might be speckled to resemble or look like the rocks around it. Or it might be gray, the color of mud by a lake. An egg does not want to be eaten by a raccoon or a snake or a fox or an insect. Yeah, so see, the eggs that are hidden in the picture, see it's pointing to some, like that looks like these rocks, but it's really an egg. This helps to protect the eggs because if other animals come looking for food, they're going to think the egg is a rock and they're not going to want to eat a rock. So it helps to protect the eggs. So you can see all the different speckles and everything on all of them. Eggs come in different sizes. And we learned that from our book last night. An ostrich egg can weigh as much as 8 pounds. It is so big and so round, it takes 2 hands to hold one egg. So 8 pounds, if you want, a good example of 8 pounds would be about the same as a new little baby. So like Tough, your little baby sister. When your little baby sister was born, that was probably about how heavy she was. right? So that's kind of gives you the idea of how heavy an ostrich egg is. And we already know how big it is because I showed you one last night. Now, hummingbird eggs are the size of a jelly bean. It would take about 2,000 hummingbird eggs to equal the size of one ostrich egg. So a good example of that would be look at your thumbnail. Your thumbnail is about the size of of a hummingbird egg. Not very big, right? An egg is artistic. And what they're meaning is that they can have all different kinds of patterns and things on them. Like this one has squiggles. This is a crow egg. And then you can see like this is a blackbird egg and it looks like it's been painted on. Then you have the speckles or the pretty bright colored eggs. All different kinds. An egg is textured, and textured means how it feels, okay? So when we think about a chick egg or an egg that you buy at the store, it feels pretty smooth, right? When you touch it, it's nice and smooth, okay? But eggs have all different kinds of feelings and textures. There are hard eggs. Bird eggs are hard, just like chicks. Chickens are birds, so their eggs are hard. And soft eggs. Reptile eggs are often soft and rubbery. So snake eggs and lizard eggs, they're going to be soft and rubbery and squishy. And gooey eggs. Amphibian eggs are gooey. The goo keeps them from drying out. So frog eggs are really gooey and slimy kind of. There are smooth eggs. Most bird eggs are smooth. And rough eggs, which rough means they kind of feel bumpy and lumpy. The eggs of emus are rough. So an emu is another type of bird that's really big like an ostrich, and their eggs are rough. An egg might even be fossilized. The remains of creatures that died millions of years ago may become rock hard or fossilized. Scientists have unearthed fossilized dinosaur eggs all around the world. Some are round and some are oblong. And oblong kind of means like almost like an ovally long shape. Some are as small as 1 inch across, about like that. And some are as large as 20 inches. So 20 inches would be probably about like that. Scientists believe all dinosaurs hatched from eggs. An egg is giving. Which remember, we kind of talked a little bit about this. Remember, some eggs are for eating and some eggs are for hatching. So the eggs you buy at the store are just for eating. But eggs like we have are for hatching. And it's kind of showing you that. Like this is a chicken. And you can see how the baby chick grows inside the egg. And then it hatches. And it takes the 21 days to hatch. Then this is what a salmon egg. A salmon is a type of fish. And you can see how the little fish grows in the egg and hatches. And then they even have one down here of a grasshopper egg. And see inside the grasshopper egg, the little grasshopper grows and grows until it grows into a grasshopper. An egg gives the little creature growing inside it everything it needs. The shell is its home. The yolk is its food. The egg white, or albumen, is its pillow. The shell is covered with teeny tiny holes which allow air to enter. You can't even see the holes, they're so teeny tiny. But see, you can see, look, I love it. Remember, our nonfiction books have our text features and they have labels. So we see our labeling, and it's labeling all the parts of the egg. Right there. And look, there's the word I told you earlier, embryo. That's the baby chick before it hatches out of the egg. Right, and that baby chick is just going to keep growing and growing and growing, just like over here. Okay? An egg is quiet. Then, suddenly, an egg is noisy. And see, there's the eggs hatching, and see the babies right there. Oh, sorry. There, look up here. There's the caterpillar egg hatching. Right there, all different kinds. Good. And then on our last page, this goes back to the front page. Here all the eggs are. And when the eggs hatch, these are all the animals that come from the eggs. So you can look at the eggs at the beginning of the book and then look at the end of the book, and you can see all the different types of birds and reptiles and amphibians and insects that hatch from those eggs. Okay, very cool. Good, so parents, homework for your kiddos. See if your kiddos can either tell you maybe 3 different things they learned about eggs, and if possible, have them draw and write something about what they learned. Because that's one of our goals in kindergarten is, can we read a book, a nonfiction book, a book written to teach us, can we write about it and write facts that we've learned? So if you could have them do that, you can send me pictures of it. I would love to see what they're doing. That would be great. Now, other thing is, tomorrow we're going to actually be looking at the inside of an egg, because we want to look at the different parts of the egg, just like our book showed. I have some other pictures of that right here. See, this is the outside of an egg. Okay, and we're going to talk all about the shell and the pores. Pores are those tiny holes tomorrow when we look at an egg. And we're just going to be looking at one you would buy from the grocery store to eat, because I want you to be able to see all these different parts. Okay, so we're going to actually crack open an egg from the grocery store and look at all these different parts of an egg tomorrow. Okay, and you're welcome to do this at home if mom and dad will let you crack an egg in a bowl and see if you can see some of these different parts, and I'm going to show them to you tomorrow. All right, so it's been fun, guys. I miss you guys so much, and I wish I could hug you and see you. And and parents, thank you for doing the flip grid. I am loving seeing their videos, and I know that you guys are loving seeing each other's videos, so keep posting on there, and we will see you tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.